Hello, everyone. Today's devotional reading will be from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 19, verses 12 through 26, where it is written, "So he said, a nobleman went to a distant country to get royal power for himself and then return. He summoned 10 of his slaves and gave them 10 pounds and said to them, 'Do business with these until I come back.' But the citizens of this country hated him and sent a delegation after him, saying, 'We do not want this man to rule over us.' When he returned, having received royal power, he ordered these slaves to whom he had given the money to be summoned so that he might find out what they had gained by trading. The first came forward and said, 'Lord, your pound has made 10 more pounds.' He said to him, 'Well done, good slave, because you've been trustworthy in a very small thing. In a very small thing, take charge of 10 cities.' The second came, saying, 'Lord, your pound has made 5 pounds.' He said to him, 'And you rule over 5 cities.' Then the other came, saying, 'Lord, here is your pound. I wrapped it up in a piece of cloth, for I was afraid of you, because you are a harsh man. You take what you do not deposit, and reap what you did not sow.' And he said to him, 'I judge you by your own words, you wicked slave. You knew, did you, that I was a harsh man, taking what I did not deposit, and reaping what I did not sow? Why then did you not put my money into the bank, that then when I returned I could have collected it with interest?' And he said to the bystanders, 'Take the pound from him and give it to the one who has 10 pounds. They said to him, 'Lord, he has 10 pounds. I tell you, to all those who have, more will be given, but from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away.' This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ." Today with the parable of the talents in Matthew. Matthew and Luke mirror each other. And here's the importance we must see in living out life as a Christian. It's not simply a matter of just knowing the right thing in your head. They all knew this guy was their king. They all knew the king had given them talents and abilities, the pounds in the text. They all knew who he is. They all have pounds. People made a choice to use it. Likewise, the man made a choice to do nothing with it. They all knew it. So the parable of talents. They all knew who the master was. They all knew they had talents. But the person at the end chose to do nothing. That was their choice. And what happened to them? Knowing the right thing was not enough. What he had was taken away from him. The parable of the talents in Matthew, he was thrown in the outer darkness, so there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Does that sound like, oh, just think the right thing about God and you're set for life? No, of course it doesn't. You must live out your faith. That's non-negotiable. And so investing it, the guy with 10s earns 10 more. The guy with 5 earns 5 more. Doesn't indicate that we don't all have the same talents and abilities. It varies from person to person. The point is, with whatever God does give you, even for someone, working, in a working class, just trying to pay their bills, God has them more than he has them for a reason. Just like the head of surgery at University of Michigan, a hospital. God has them in that place for a reason. You don't have any right to look down on someone else whose talents are different than yours. Don't look down on them. And also rest assured, God will find somewhere in your life where you can invest your talents, where you can use them. If you exist as a human being, you have some form of talent and ability, and God will provide an opportunity for you to use it, period. That you don't even have to worry about. What you should worry about we should pray about is use it wisely. How can I not squander it? Now, don't be afraid of failing. God gave you the talent for a reason. He'll give opportunity. But do be prudent and do pray that God will show you the right way to invest said talent. And I think it this way. Donate money to a mission, and they can buy a school bus, buy food, buy clothes, donate to a charity, and they can do all these things. And that's using an example of money. But whenever it happens, whatever you've been given, there'll be an opportunity to use it. Now that God's filling out a checklist of saying, you must check X number of boxes to be saved. Rather, being saved is inside-out transformation. We're completely reorientated to how things should be. You don't see things as money and stuff. You see it as the growth of God's kingdom on earth. And that change is what, and we're saved in that change, not in X number of good deeds done minus X number of bad deeds. Point being, you can't just know it, you must live it. With that being said, let's close with prayer. Lord, you've come to us, died for us, risen for us, and you forgive us. May we never doubt that faith in you, God, and may that faith work through love in our lives. Amen.